Guys who did something stupid for a girl, what did you do? On my bicycle and rode 18 miles to see my GF. My girlfriend lived 28 miles away. If you haven't done the math yet, my tire popped at 18 miles. So you're the guy in the "my parents aren't home" meme. This girl called me up and said, "Come over, there's nobody home." I went over, there was nobody home. Rodney Dangerfield. She crashed her bike going down a paved road, so I did the same to impress her, or to make her feel better. I really don't know my reasoning. She landed in the ditch. I did not. Did you die? I think he did. The wake will be held May 19th at 4 p.m. That's really sad. RIP. Alexa, play Despacito. I knew this guy that was breezing through a 3-year electrotech college course while the rest of us struggled. I tried to talk some sense into him about this girl he was seeing. Left hand raising a finger for each con. She's addicted to crack. Her uncle is in the mob and has a questionable relationship with her. She has a kid. She's pressuring you to drop out and support her. You're throwing away your future. Right hand, pros. She's incredibly hot. He dropped out. Tim, you're an idiot. Addicted to crack. How hot could she be? For real. If they're addicted to crack, well, there's always more fish in the sea, preferably ones that aren't addicted to crack. I let another kid punch me in the face, it worked. Reminds me of a mission in RDR2 where 2 brothers ask Arthur to punch them to prove how tough they are to a woman. Teach me the ways. Is it possible to learn this power? Strike me down and I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Punch me in the face and I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. First, you need to get a job on Empire. Step 4. Profit. Next you need to find and hire 2 Nigerians. There was a girl on a party once and she was kinda cute. We had a few drinks and had a lot of fun and I was getting tired, which she didn't like. So she asked me if she should slap me in the face to wake me up a bit, and as I said she was kinda cute and rather short, so I thought, oh whatever, it won't hurt that much anyway. Not only did she hit me full force with her fist, she was also a tennis player and thus rather strong. After crying like a baby, she wasn't really attracted to me anymore, I guess. I never made that mistake again. Enrolled in the same uni, she stopped talking to me 2 weeks later. The best advice my father ever gave me when I was choosing colleges: do not go to the same college your girlfriend goes to just to be with her. I tried having this logical discussion with my HS girlfriend. I was looking to go to school in Florida and California, so she was also looking at schools in Florida and California. Turned into our first real fight as a couple. She was passing up on schools she wanted to go to just to follow me around, and I told her that that was stupid. I hope I'm paraphrasing. In the end we broke up before those decisions were made and ended up at the same state college anyway. Ironic. My father explained 2 things to me. If she's the girl for you, distance won't matter. This backfired on me later, but I digress. If your choice is college is the reason for your breakup, then the relationship wasn't going to last anyway. Traveled an hour and a half multiple times a week to go see her. She never did the same for me and she eventually ghosted me. It was probably one of the most pathetic and cringy times in my life, but I learned a lot from it. Edit. It's crazy how many replies and DMs I'm getting from both men and women that have experienced almost the exact same thing. Best advice I have for anyone going through this is never go the extra mile for someone who doesn't or wouldn't do the same for you. It's never worth it. Similar experience. In hindsight, I was playing the nice guy, and by no means am I implying that it is a healthy behavior for men to expect something back from a girl just because you are emotionally and physically present for them. Used to wait for hours for her, just to see her. Most times, she blew me off without telling me, or she would find reasons to avoid me. It tore my mental health apart, and if it wasn't for close friends who walked me through that season in my life, I'd be in a very different place right now. Oof, I used to work with a guy whose girlfriend dumped him for another guy and she didn't have a car, so she would call him all the time to give her rides to her new boyfriend's house. He refused to stop talking to her because he wanted to show her how nice and mature he was. Fucking idiot. Wrote a fucking poem in a Word document and emailed her. Not even latex? Bro. My anaconda don't want none unless it's typeset in computer modern hun. Did it yesterday, after her telling me she doesn't know what she wants and that she doesn't think she wants a relationship right now. I left flowers on her doorstep with a card thanking her for the fun times we've had. Yeah. As I stated above, when it comes to dating, anything but yes is a no. Reminds me of people trying to tell me back in the day that the worst someone can say is no. Sure it is. I had a friend tell me she really liked me and was interested in me, yet she would ghost me all the time, tell people I was thirsty but then tell me they wanted me to show more interest, and just contradict herself all the time. I'd rather just a flat out no. Grew my hair long because she asked me to. She stopped going out with me. I kept growing it, and wasn't successful with women until I got it cut. Similar, but no consequences for me, my high school girlfriend got it into her head that I'd look good with my hair dyed her black. My friend, who had a crush on her, latched onto the idea and decided he wanted to do it too. We planned to do it over the weekend. My girlfriend and I never got around to it. Come back Monday, he had done it, loves it, showing it off. Bell rings, we head to class. He splits off, and she grabs me by the arm. N_who, he looks ridiculous. This is a bad idea, we are not dyeing your hair. Your friend had a crush on your girlfriend? It was a whole thing. She actually dumped me for him, after I was away from school for a couple weeks due to illness. Then got back with me. Then started spending most of her time with him and another friend of mine who was also into her. Yeah. A whole thing. And yet she and I got back together multiple times over the course of 13 years despite that and her occasional bursts of physical violence. So, hey, there's my stupid story, I guess. Getting up from the bleachers to play PE dodgeball, I tried to pull my sweatpants off while yelling "Let's do this." Ended up yanking off everything, boxers and all. Power move. He was always prepared. In elementary school, when I walked by this girl I liked, I would pretend to chew gum and crack my knuckles cause I thought I'd look cool. Me from the other side of the room, frick, that guy's cool. Maybe I'll give it a try. Proceeds to mash gum into fist. I made a rap. No, I genuinely am too cringed about it to post it. Edit, checked my backups, weren't a lot, didn't find anything. The paper I wrote it down must be gone, this was 10 years ago. Also asked my friend who had a studio back in the day, I recorded it there, with horrible ad-libs, and was quite sure he didn't have the MP3 anymore. This is Reddit. We won't judge you, okay we will, but you have the safety of anonymity at your side. Yes, he has lots of anonymity. Igor Barkov of Moscow, Russia. Watch out, it's the infamous hacker 4chan. A girl was leading me on, but also being obvious about it. I was stupidly believing I could change her ways and get her to actually date me. She had revealed she always wanted a giant teddy bear. So for her birthday/Valentine's Day I bought a giant bear costume from Amazon and like 90 roses. The idea was one for every day I had known her. Creepy and cringy AF looking back. Anyhow, she called me drunk the night before and screamed mean schwift at me, and I finally broke down and told myself she was a schwifty person, because she always was terrible to me, and I let myself think I could change that because I was desperate to not be alone. In the end I created a sign that said "Free Bear Hugs and Roses for Valentine's" and wore the bear suit onto our college campus on Valentine's Day to give away all the roses. It made so many people happy that it was one of the best things I've ever done. So many hugs, and girls were crying because they didn't have to feel so alone on a Swiftie commercialized holiday. It was cool. Plus the football players all took a flower and hugged me, which was surprisingly wholesome. Way to convert a Swiftie situation into a better one. This makes me happy. This is so awesome. What an amazing way to turn your personal pain and disappointment into a beautiful moment for 90 other people, probably more given that many of the people who saw it would have smiled and gone about their day happier just for watching it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And ring the bell.